You want to pay less taxes. Now, for those of you outside the US, this won't really apply to you. But if you are in the US, I'm going to show you 5 things you can do to pay less taxes and save more of that money so you can keep it in your pocket. So let's check it out. I'm going to go over these 5 methods I use to save a lot of money on taxes and how you can too. So if you're from the US like I am, you hate paying taxes. I do. But fortunately, there are a lot of legal ways that you can do that the government actually incentivizes you to do to save money on taxes. And I'm going to be going over some of these ways that I've used to save money on taxes, exactly how you can put them into use for yourself. And I'll also be going over some recommendations to CPAs or tax preparers at the end of this video if you're interested. Now, one quick note to understand about success or reaching retirement is that it's harder than ever to save up enough money in your pocket to actually end up retiring. Almost all of my friends are, I'm 31, are still living paycheck to paycheck to paycheck with very little savings. Now, taxes themselves are a very scary process because the tax code is literally tens of thousands of pages thick. And even tax people have not read the entire tax book, whatever it is called. But the point is, there's some cool things you can know and some ideas you can understand to help you put your money in the right place so you can save it at the end of the year. Now, the first major thing to understand is that everything about the tax code incentivizes people to start companies. The tax code and the government and our society, as a capitalist society, incentivizes companies and it incentivizes business owners. So starting a business, which is the first key right here, an LLC or an S Corp, I started an LLC, is a very important thing to do, okay? That's how the world works. Now, a quick disclaimer here is I am not a tax specialist. I'm not a CPA. I'm not a bookkeeper. I have, no experience in this stuff. I'm just letting you know from my experience what I've done that has helped me save real money on taxes. So take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt. This is purely my personal experience. It's not like financial advice or whatever the legal things are. Cool. So the next thing you want to do is you want to expense anything you're doing to, whether it's to start a business or to run your business, whatever that is, you want to expense it. Now, let's say you're an Uber driver, for instance, and you are paying for gasoline every day. That is a business cost that you can actually run through your business. And instead of paying taxes on that, you can actually have that help you save money on your taxes. Pretty neat, huh? Now, a quick note is that I could go into like really complicated real numbers scenarios here, but I'm not. But let's just assume that if you do everything that I say here, you can save roughly 10 to 15% more per year just by putting all of these in effect. So if you make $50,000 a year, you can put an extra $5,000 a year in your pocket if you put all of these things, all of these 5 elements into, action. If you make $100,000 a year, you can put $10,000 in your pocket. Now, the next little nifty trick is you can actually pay yourself rent through your business. So you can expense up to something like a quarter, 20 to 25% of your rent into your business, which means you won't pay taxes on 20 to 25% of your rent or your mortgage. Now, paying yourself rent may seem crazy, but what you're actually doing is technically your business. It's your business using that portion of your house, whether it's your living room or whether it's a spare bedroom. Now, it might seem kind of crazy that you pay yourself rent, but technically what you're doing is it's your business is using that space. So whether it's a spare bedroom or your living room, you are using that part of your house for your business. And the government, the reason why they will let you not pay taxes on that is because you are running a business. And once again, they encourage people to run businesses, and businesses are just the capitalist way of doing things. So they want to encourage people to start those businesses. Now, next, another way to save money on taxes is you have your company pay your business. Now, you'll see a lot of salespeople do this. A lot of people do this in today's day and age. How many people here have their employer pay their business? And let me know in the comments below if you already have an LLC set up and you already have your boss or the company you work for pay your business. I've heard of a lot of salespeople doing this. This is becoming much more common. Let me know in the comments. Just say, my employer pays my biz, so that other people can understand, or I can understand, how many people are actually doing any of these elements, because that's a really powerful thing. Now, if you're getting massive value from this video already, make sure you type in the comments massive value, and also make sure you hit the subscribe button and hit that notification bell so you can be informed of live streams I'll do frequently in teaching people how to start their own businesses. I'm an internet entrepreneur. My business does 7 figures a year. I'm in the top 1% of income earners, and I teach others how they can start their internet business, whether you're doing it for passion or for money. I'll show you how you can get started. Now, last but not least, put your savings into a 401k. Again, you don't pay taxes when you put your savings in a 401k. Now, this is a little subversive, but again, the government is trying to incentivize people to literally keep their money in a savings account so that the banks can spend it and loan it out, and it helps the economy. Really, the government doesn't like you taking your money out of the bank. The banks don't like you taking your money out of the bank. No financial institution likes you to actually have control over your money. And the reason for that is because they can't lend it out. Every $1,000 you put into the financial system allows them to create 10 times more money. And also, putting your savings in the 401k, it puts it where the government wants it. It says, you know, you're putting it into the bank's hands, and you're saying, I'm not touching it for years. It's basically gone, right? And the government encourages that, but you have to play the game if you want to save money. And by playing the game and putting your savings all stocked away in a retirement account, you end up actually not having to pay taxes, which allows you to build that long-term wealth. So I hope this was helpful. I hope this taught you something. If this did teach you something, let me know in the comments below if you learned something from this video. Some of this is basic for some people. Some of this is completely new. And I know when I started my business, you know, I knew nothing about this stuff. So all of this was like just mind blown when I first learned about it. Now, if you want to work with somebody, if you want a free business consultation to help you set up an LLC and to help you, you know, do your taxes and all that stuff, I've put one of my CPAs down below. I have free consultations with Prime Corporate Services, which you can find in the link in the description somewhere. And you can talk with the guy, my main contact there is Stephen Hayward, but you'll probably talk with somebody at the company. The other CPA I work with, his name is Josh Martin, and he's based out of LA, around Calabasas area. And I also put a link to his firm down below. Now, both firms, you know, they cost some money, but again, if you're looking for the best of the best, these are the two guys I recommend. You can get a free business consultation with Prime Corporate Services, and you can also talk with my CPA, Josh Martin. So hope that helps you out. Put some of this stuff in action, put some extra money in your pocket, and I don't know, retire young.